Now, just before we jump over to the New Testament, let me direct your attention to something important. Notice that here in section 7, 8, and 9 that we have a mixture of books. If you remember, at the very beginning, we spoke about how the books of the Old Testament are usually classified in 5 categories, and that those categories are not listed in chronological order. Let's take a closer look at an example of that. In this period, when the kings governed the northern kingdom of Israel and the southern kingdom of Judah, God would communicate to his kings through his prophets. We see examples of this with the prophet Elijah sending messages to King Ahab in 1 Kings chapter 17 verse 1 and 1 Kings chapter 21 verse 29. We have another example in the prophet Nathan sending messages to King David in 2 Samuel chapter 12 verse 1. So the prophets worked side by side with the kings. So many of their writings did not happen after the period of the kings, but rather during the period of the kings. Now, there are sometimes varying opinions as to which prophets prophesied to which kings. But here is a general guide. The prophets Hosea and Amos were messengers to kings of the northern kingdom. Isaiah, Micah, Jeremiah, Zephaniah, and Nahum were all said to have prophesied to the kings of the southern kingdom. The prophets Daniel and Ezekiel prophesied during the time of captivity, and Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, and Joel prophesied when the children of Israel had already returned to Jerusalem. This is the end of the Old Testament.